The Miranda v. Arizona court case is 4 cases combined that regard the defendant confessing guilt after being interrogated. The main case is Ernesto Miranda. In Ernesto Miranda's case, the police officers never mentioned that he had the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney, and he ended up sending a written confession to kidnapping and rape. The trial was his confession and he was found guilty. He then appealed, saying the police unconstitutionally obtained his confession, and the case went to the Arizona Supreme Court. The verdict was against Miranda since he wasn't denied those rights. Miranda then appealed to the Supreme Court, which took the case in 1966. The question SCOTUS was seeking to answer was whether the protection from self-incrimination extends to police interrogation, and whether warning the defendant about his right to remain silent and right to an attorney should be necessary. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4 that the interrogation violated his Fifth Amendment right, and that there should be procedural safeguards that require the defendant to be warned that they have the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. This opinion was stated by Chief Justice Earl Warren. It also required that the evidence gained in an interrogation cannot be used if the defendant wasn't told his rights. The dissenting opinion by Justice Tom C. Clark was that the ruling would create an interpretation of the Fifth Amendment that was too strict. The dissenting opinion by Justice John M. Harlan said that the Fifth Amendment did not prohibit all pressure on the defendant. Another point by Harlan was that there weren't any policies that specifically said to inform the defendant of their right to remain silent and their right to an attorney. The dissenting opinion by Justice White said that the rights to remain silent and an attorney are only protected if the defendant was compelled to self-incriminate. He felt that the interrogation in custody wasn't manipulative enough. The verdict ended up reversing the judgment in Miranda, Vinera, and Westover, and supporting the judgment in Stewart. After the Supreme Court's verdict, Miranda was retried in an Arizona court where he was found guilty again and got sentenced 20 to 30 years in prison.